555, hooligans, they on the way. 555, 555, had to influence the wave. 555.
What's going on, guys? This is another podcast, 555 podcast, that is. This is your host, Steven. I'm here today with a special guest. He is definitely one of a great influencers that I wanted to bring onto the show for a very long time now. This is the second episode. We are not perfectionists, but we are out here. So I'm going to just hand it over to my co-host. Let him introduce himself as well.
What up, guys? It's J-Raw in the building.
You heard it. Yeah, we got J-Raw, we got me, and we got another special guest, like I said. I'm going to let him introduce himself now.
What's up, you guys? So my name is Joe, and first off, I want to thank you guys for having me on your channel. Thank you, Steven, and thank you, Joe.
Hey, thank you.
And a little bit about myself. I'm 24 years old. I'm currently on my last year of nursing school at Cal State San Bernardino. And also, you guys, I currently own my own business, which is a DJ business, and that's primarily the way I'm making money right now. And then I also started trading stocks recently.
Stocks, bro. That's stocks. That word stocks is a beautiful thing. It is something definitely that I love to see. You're investing. You know, that's a very good thing to be doing. We're young, and a lot of people don't realize it's important to invest while you're young. So, like, what really got you into that?
All right, so I'm going to be honest. Last year, about November, I came across this video, and then some guy on YouTube was like, you got to start investing to, like, become wealthy when you're older, right? Like, whenever you're, like, 65 or something.
Yeah.
So I decided to invest about $2,000 into this index fund. It was, like, in the month of November, and then around January, February, I decided to check up on it, and I was down, like, $200 to $300, and I was like, why am I down, right?
Yeah.
So then I decided to do like some research on it, and it said you got to buy the dip. So I didn't really understand what that meant.
Gotcha.
So then I did some more research, and then that's when coronavirus hit.
That's the big C, everybody. Big C.
Right. So then I saw that coronavirus went from I saw that Dave & Buster's went from $45 to $4.
Holy.
And I was like that's a big ass difference. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So then I had some money saved up because right after high school, I thought I wasn't gonna get accepted into a Cal State program.
Gotcha.
So I was setting up for a private institution like Azusa Pacific, and I know it's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
But then I did get accepted into Cal State San Bernardino.
Because he's a savage.
So then, so then after that, I was like, all right, what if I put this money in? Right. The reason why I put in $25,000 was because I saw like the day trader rule. You have to have $25,000 in order to day trade.
Gotcha.
So I was like, if it doesn't work out, I could pull out,
Mm-hmm.
and I won't get my account locked for 90 days.
Gotcha.
So then I put in $25,000. I know it was super risky, right?
Bro, that's a lot of money.
I put in $25,000 into play, right?
Yeah.
And then play went from $4, I think, up to $12.
Gotcha.
No, it was like 10. It was 10.
Okay.
So then I flipped it. It went from 25 to like 60,000 in like 2 days, bro.
Wow.
So then I logged onto my Robinhood, and I was like, oh shit, like, what do I pull out? I had no idea what I was doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I have to lock in profit. So then I sold, and then I had like $60,000.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, like, if I could do this, what if I just keep doing it throughout the pandemic?
Gotcha. And I know that was a very imperative time to invest, because everyone's still struggling. We're 9 months almost into this pandemic thing, and it seems to be like kind of letting up, but I don't know. Are things gonna get back to normal? I mean, do you guys know? I don't know. So I mean, but dude, that's definitely like, that's amazing stuff. You know, it just, you doubled your money in 2 days. Probably almost close to about 250% of your money, your profits. What you said, your platform is Robinhood, right?
Yeah, Robinhood.
So like, what are like some of the regulations or some of the ins and outs of that platform that you know of?
So pretty much Robinhood is like this firm that investors could open an account.
Gotcha.
But the difference between that one and like Vanguard or the other ones like Fidelity is that it's free. You pay no commission, no nothing.
Wow.
So all you have to do is put in your money and you get a free stock.
Hey, that's a sponsor ad.
We don't sponsor, no sponsor. We're not getting paid, guys.
Hey guys, hey, we're just, shout out to Golden Road. You know, hey, we're not getting paid yet, but hey, shout out to Golden Road. So
I'm gonna go. I got a question for you, bro. I hear you kind of dabbling in all aspects of everybody's dream. You know, you're DJing, so you're in the club scene a little bit. You got the college degree. You're on your way to get your master's, as we spoke upon earlier, and you're into stocks, so money. Everything that kids our age would love to hear. Now, from those three things, what do you say your heart is into the most?
Honestly, nursing. So like, I really want to help people. Like it's. I know a lot of people say that, but so when I first went to clinical, I remember this lady. Like she was Mexican, and it kind of reminded me of my mom, right? So I was at the VA, right? I saw this Mexican lady, and then she requested an orange juice, right? And then me not knowing, right? It was my first clinical. We were just doing like CNA work. She was like, I took the orange juice, and then the nurse was like, she can't have that, right? And then I had no idea why. And the sad part, the thing that hit me was she didn't know why, right? And it was because the language barrier. She was Mexican, and maybe they didn't explain to her what diabetes was, like her sugar level.
Wow.
Right. So then she was like waiting for her orange juice, and then because I'm bilingual, right? I had to explain to her what like diabetes was, and like that she couldn't drink it. So then I started telling her about like the sugar levels that has to be like under X, whatever, right? And then for some reason she didn't understand that. So that's when it hit me. I'm like, there's a lot of people out there that they don't even know what's wrong with them. And the sad part is, like the nurse, not that it's her fault, maybe they didn't have an interpreter, but she could have explained it to her.
Definitely.
So then after that, it's like, you know, I want to care for people that can't care for themselves.
That's a touching story. Definitely, it's definitely a great avenue to go down for that reason. You know, a lot of people don't realize that, you know, there are these language barriers, you know, in different careers and different aspects of life where, you know, you just need to be that connector, you know, or the misunderstood or being understood, you know. So I think that's definitely a great path to be under, and that's a great reason to be in that career, you know.
Yeah, I've always told, like, speaking with family and everything, it takes, like, special people to be a nurse, special people to be a doctor. So, yeah, truly, bro, appreciate that. Like, you could have easily said stocks because, obviously, it makes you the most money, but that just shows the kind of person you are, shows the kind of heart you have, just to put nursing above anything else you're doing, you know?
Yeah.
That's good, though, bro. It's good. So, I mean, a lot of people, they become nurses, and, you know, you make pretty good coin, you know, pretty good coin. So, is that the end game?
No, so I recently got accepted into like the master's program at Cal State San Bernardino.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm currently taking advanced patho right now.
Okay.
So it's pretty hard because you have to teach yourself. You don't really like have class like you usually do, like a traditional class.
Yeah, I assume that, especially what's going on now.
Yeah, so with the whole coronavirus thing going on right now, you have to literally teach yourself on Zoom University pretty much. So post grad, I want to finish my master's and then hopefully get accepted into a nurse practitioner program.
Awesome.
And then the whole stock thing connects with the nursing degree. Is that I want to open my own clinic one day.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
And dude, this guy has put up some numbers. I'm talking like LeBron James numbers for an amateur day trader.
Get a round of
Like I
applause.
said,
Get a round of
get a round of
applause.
applause for this guy, bro. This guy is absolutely doing great things in this sector of business. And, you know, I'll be honest. I started my Robinhood account because he shared it on Instagram. So, you know, I dabble in it here and there. And, you know, do I want to be at that level? Absolutely. But you know what? That takes hard work. And, dude, I mean, tell them what you do, like, on a daily basis of a day trader, bro. Because I know I'm getting messages at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. to 12 at night. You know, and that's what, 4 hours? And I doubt you sleep. I mean, do you sleep? I mean, I don't know. You're killing it in the studies and everything like that. So, what's your daily routine as a day trader?
All right. So honestly, you just have to. So in stocks, there's sectors, right? So you have the entertainment, which would be like Disneyland, SeaWorld, right? So then you have the tech center, which would be like Apple, Google, and then you have like the EV sector, which would be like all your EV companies like Tesla, Neo, and stuff. So I'm into like innovation, right? Because I feel like innovation is like the future.
Absolutely.
So if I find the right stocks right now, like Neo, for example, Netflix went up like 100% in the past couple months, right?
Yeah.
And why? It's because no one really wants to go to Cinemark anymore. So then pretty much you just do your homework and find what you believe in, right? So like I really believe in Apple. So like a couple of days ago, I put in.
We're all on Macs. we're all on Macs here, everybody.
Hello.
And we got iPhones. We're Apple games.
Taking over, it's Monopoly at this point.
Continue.
So like, okay, so as a day trader, you have to look at the upcoming earnings and like the upcoming like things that Apple's gonna come out with, right?
Absolutely.
So like for example, October 12th, which is like 7 days from now, that's when the new iPhone should come out.
Got
right?
it.
So as a day trader, you do your homework and then you do your research, and then if I really believe in the company, is like for example, I put in $10,000 into Apple, right?
Yeah.
So you put it in a couple days before, and then as soon as the iPhone 12 comes out, which is I think it's gonna be a 5G phone, you'll gain like 2% up to like 8% of your money. So 10%, like 10,000, 8% would be $800. So then as soon as you see the $800, long-term investors, they will leave it. And the thing is that day traders will sell. So then instead of locking profit, now they're down like to only $200 profit.
Gotcha.
So as a day trader or swing trader, as soon as you see the $800, you take profit.
And you cash out, right?
You
there.
cash out. So now I have $10,000.
Just like that.
Yeah.
And that's like on a click.
Yeah, so in 7 days from now, I should have whatever X amount of percentage that goes up.
Wow. Dude. That's insane.
Insane numbers. Like we said, this dude's shooting like LeBron in the playoffs.
Yeah.
LeBron in the fourth quarter. Give respect to this man. I'm telling you. Now, bro, I got a question for you, though. And it's really interesting to see you. I've seen a couple of your YouTube videos. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to follow this guy on YouTube, get more stock information, what's your YouTube channel, bro?
TruGainss.
So TruGainss on YouTube. Follow him. Give him a follow.
How do you spell that, though? How do you spell that?
So TruGainss is TRU and then Gains. So then it will be GAINS.
And we will put his
double S.
We'll put that description in the bio below.
Somewhere around here.
Somewhere up top. I don't know where it's going to be, but it's going to be somewhere. Now, with your YouTube channel, I find it interesting because I'm not too big into stocks myself. I have, like I told you earlier, a couple $1,000 into it. But it's funny because I see you give advice for free, bro. And most people these days are so, I don't want to say like into themselves, but if they find a gold mine or if they find this, they're so fast to keep it hidden from everybody, or they want to get paid to do it. So first question is, do you consider yourself an influencer? And second is, why do you feel so give heavy? Why do you feel so good just to give them information away for free? Because I know your YouTube channel, you just tell everybody what you're doing.
All right. So honestly, I honestly didn't think I was going to get like super good at this, right? So I started off with like 26,000, and I'm currently at $180,000. So
raw numbers.
Wow.
So I know
and
that's
that's,
like
and
a lot
that's from what? The start of like pretty much coronavirus, March area
so,
to we're in October now.
Yes, I think it's like about 6-7 months.
So you're telling me you made a house in 6 or 7 months?
Yeah, so it's like it's crazy because I honestly didn't see it like money. So I kind of saw it like not a game, but okay. So say you start off with 25,000 points, right? And all I have to do is put it into this like the right stocks to make more points. The more points you make, like the more money you make.
Yeah.
So then eventually I just kept seeing like, okay, so if I put in 10,000 points, which it's equivalent to $10,000, and I flip it to 12,000, so now I'm up 2,000. So I just kept doing that, and now I'm at $180,000. But
outrageous.
Honestly, I haven't taken any money out.
Wow.
Yeah, so
and that takes commitment, I believe, dude. That is really something. I mean, we got a gambler guy here, gambler guy. But he knows his limits. He knows when to leave and when to go, when to come, and But it's tough, dude. When you're seeing that money and you're like, dude. I mean, shit. You could probably buy a Tesla right now.
I wish, bro.
I mean, if you really wanted to, Uncle Sam, we hate you, but you're definitely up on your investment. Your ROI is incredible. So, like, what is your future goal? Obviously, you mentioned you would want to be a nurse practitioner, open up your own practice. Any other investments that you're possibly interested in, or maybe even like keeping half in there and just keep it rolling, dude. You're on a hot streak. What is it?
So honestly, I promised myself that I'm not going to take anything out until I graduate nursing school. Okay. So that's like my reward.
Yes.
So once I graduate nursing school, that's when I want to buy a car. That's when I want to buy a house. So post nursing school, I want to buy a house, rent it out. I want to keep living with my parents. And then once I have enough like equity that I put into it, refinance it, and then use all that money to buy more stocks.
Oh, I was gonna say more stocks is even better, bro. Those stocks and real estate is definitely a volatile investment that you can definitely control if you know what you're doing. And those are things that are imperative to business, and a lot of people don't realize. And it's like, I don't drive a flashy BMW. You don't drive, and I love that. I love that, dude, because ultimately, like I said, you could buy a Tesla cash right now. No payment, no car payment, pink slip and all. You're taking home a Tesla. Like, people don't get that, dude.
I really wish, but honestly, I don't really care for like the whole fashion.
Exactly, and that's great, bro. Because I don't think it's necessary nowadays. Like, people do things to just post a picture and like, I got this, and it's like, okay, well, what's in the bank account? Like, what's in your retirement account? Like, we're getting older now, bro. I'm 25. You're 24.
24, yeah.
24. He's 25, and it's we got to start thinking long term. And I think that's where you've definitely set yourself apart. And we've all kind of shifted our focus on how could we maximize on our return on investments, and you've got it, bro. So congrats to that, bro.
Again,
I love for that, bro.
But back to his question. So the reason why I just give it out for free basically is because if I could do it, right, I'm pretty sure like my friends could do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I usually promote it only on my private Instagram, which is TruGainss, instead of like the DJ one.
Give him a follow, man.
Hey, you guys want to learn something? Follow this guy, dude.
So it's like, if all you have to do is put in the money that you earned working, right? Like
Yeah.
A lot of people, say you make $1,000 in like 2 weeks or something, you put it into a stock and you gain even like 20% sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if I could do it, other people could do it. But the hard part is you got to limit yourself from spending. Like, instead of buying those flashy shoes or that flashy shirt that's $40, you got to buy like plain tees or something.
Yeah, dude. Hey, this ain't a plain tee, but hey, you got plain tee, boys. Yo, that's where it's at.
Would you say it takes patience?
At first, yeah, because so a lot of people like will criticize you at first because a lot of people think it's fake. A lot of people think it's fake.
Well, bro,
like, I get so many messages,
dude. Because it's we live in an era where it's like everyone's posting on social media, and this is a beautiful thing, and people sleep on like social media. It's like some people do give it out for free, and you said it yourself. Where did you learn?
Goldmine.
Honestly, YouTube and by myself.
Bro, YouTube will literally teach you how to build a freaking rocket, dude. Like, if you really wanted to and put your mind to it, bro, like, you literally sat down and said, hey, I'm going to pick this up and learn it. You didn't just watch it, flip to the next video, hey, I'm going to go watch another Drake music video. Like, you literally, like, locked in and got it done, dude. And like I said, it's persistence, bro. That's the word, it's persistence. You didn't stop after that. It became like a job to you. It's not a job. Don't even dare quote me. Don't clickbait me on that. But like, it's down to a science. Like this is like, yeah, like it's just like, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro.
But I'm gonna be honest. There was a couple times where I took some big L's.
Absolutely. Hey, that comes with the game.
Honestly, I learned off of that. So like my first L was, so after I flipped the 25 to like 50 something thousand. I decided to buy Workhorse.
Yeah.
Right? Workhorse.
Great brand.
And then I decided to buy Play Again. Right? Because I was like, oh, they went from 4 to 12. Maybe it'll go from 12 to 45, which was like pre-pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
But then I didn't know about patience and emotions. So you can't like connect emotions with the stock market. You have to know when to like take your L.
Yeah.
So then I wasn't patient enough with Workhorse. It was $2 at around that time. I have a friend that he was patient, right? I wasn't patient, so then it went from $2 to 5. So then I bought it at 5, and then it went back down to $2. So I was down 5,000, right? Instead of being patient, I sold, so I took a $5,000 loss.
Just
And then
like that.
yeah, and then it went from $2 to $30.
Oh my
In
goodness.
a week. So if I would have held that money, I would have been up over what's
He's the
a
math
lot
guy. He's
of
the math
money.
guy.
What's the
Yeah.
And it,
So two it went from
times
2
how many
to
stocks you have?
30.
how many stocks did you have?
Well, the percentage on return.
I had 3,000.
27 times 3,000.
So it would have been a lot of money.
a lot of money,
honestly.
guys.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of money.
But because I was impatient, I lost 5,000, and then it gets worse. I decided to buy it at 30, and then it went from 30 down to 24.
Oh. But see, the $6, people don't realize that's $6. But imagine you had 100 shares or 1,000 shares. 6 times 1,000 is $6,000.
Yeah, so
Imagine me.
so off that stock, I learned patience is the key and to do your homework. And then off play, it went from 12. I thought it was gonna go from 12 to 45, but it went from 12 down to 8.
Wow.
So then after that, I learned to do your homework and know what it's my money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just don't put it in there and hope it goes up, because the mentality of a lot of people is, if I put in my money, it's gonna go up. It's probably not gonna go up.
Yeah.
Is there a catalyst that's gonna make it go up? What's the catalyst? That's the main key. What's the catalyst?
Yeah.
So that's what I learned off of that. So.
It's for most people this is probably, for people our age, this is probably the biggest time. This pandemic is probably the biggest time that people have actually interested in stocks and learning more about things. Before this, I would say the only thing people know are the Wall Street, the DOJ, or
The stockbroker.
The stockbroker.
the most known shit is what people our age know. Now, with this stock, would you say, I've heard you say losses, and we talked last episode on how I gamble and how I'm a big numbers guy. So listening to you talk, would you call this stock market a way of strategic gambling?
So I'm gonna be honest. My girlfriend, right? She tells me that it's kind of like gambling, right? But it's smart gambling, because it's you're not just throwing your money out there and hoping it flips. If you do the research, it's with enough research, the probability of flipping would be a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotcha.
So honestly, a couple of days ago, I kind of convinced her with the whole stock market thing, and she started stock trading with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So last Wednesday,
Power couple coming soon.
last Wednesday, she made $130 within 2 hours, bro.
Hey, you got to start somewhere, dude. You got to start somewhere.
So the reason why she had to stop was because she doesn't have over 25,000.
Gotcha.
So she only gets three day trades per 5.
Yeah.
The 5
I'm on
trading
that same plan. So.
Mhm.
it was
There's
cool,
nothing
though.
wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, guys.
She made
somewhere.
$130 within a couple hours.
Guys, you got to understand. Compound interest, compound income finance, it all works the same way. It compounds to something big. Multiple incomes is something big. You got to believe in that, bro. That's $100 you didn't have. And she's doing it, off of her phone? We got the app on her phone. We can do it on our phone. We can do it on our laptop.
Yeah, so she did it off her laptop. So, we both woke up. We, set up our, this pretty much, right? So, both of our laptops next to each other. And then I told her just to copy every move I do.
Mhm.
So...
Hey, can I get on that plan?
Hey, bro. We might have to charge you.
it was at a smaller scale, right?
Yeah,
so if
absolutely.
I put in 10,000, she would put in say 1,000.
Okay.
But you're still making profit.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
So what I've learned is profit is profit. If I put in say $20,000 and I make only $2, that's $2 I didn't have.
Exactly.
So it's that's the way I see it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if you break it down in reality, let's just say you make $15 an hour. You work for 10 hours, you make $150.
Taxed?
Tax. So you're walking home with maybe 110. Maybe. I mean, you're getting taxed on stocks as well, too. So
Yeah.
you're going to get capital gain. But if you earn enough capital and, your ROI is just tremendous like yours, and you know when to cash out, you know when to get back in. It doesn't really hit you as hard, but at the end of the day, like you're gonna if you make $100 a day, bro, from a click, why not?
Yeah, so like I came across this video from I think it's Mark Cardona.
Is that a big stock guy?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I definitely gotta look him up now.
So pretty much, he said that a lot of people don't want to stock trade because of the whole tax thing, right? Because you have to pay taxes at the end of the day. But I mean, so for example, I have to pay 35% of the money I make.
Your general capital gain tax.
But if I'm still making that 75% that I didn't have, or 65% that I didn't have, it's like that's 65% that I didn't have, literally. So it's like that's profit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about taxes. I'll pay all the taxes I need, but I'm still making money.
You're making money.
Yes.
From your room, from wherever you're at. You probably done a trade. Where is the strangest spot you've ever traded from?
At the gym.
Hey, that's just being honest.
It's like a sex question.
Hey, he kind of got nervous when I asked him. So
His face is red right now.
So
At the
like,
gym.
bro, so like, you know, when it's broken down like that, and you really just like, you could do that from anywhere. Like, it's just like having a second job, and you know, like you said, you're just, that money doesn't even exist to you in a sense where it's like, hey, you're just letting it pile. It's cash pile. You know, you're gonna get taxed no matter what you do. You're doing real estate, you're doing stocks, you're doing a job, you're gonna get taxed. But the thing is, if you build enough capital or understand like when they get in, get out, those are the things where you know you use it to your advantage. You know. So that, and you definitely, like I said, you're on a great path, man, and it's incredible. It's incredible, dude.
Yeah, bro, no doubt. I'm a firm believer in everybody should find their passion and doing what they love. And in all aspects, it seems like you figure that out. I mean, nursing being your number one. From listening to the way you talk about stocks and hearing what you have to say, it seems like, I mean, that's easily number two in your life. And it seems like you have a passion for both things that you do. So I just want to give you much congrats to, just setting your mind straight and doing what you love to do each and every day.
Thanks, bro. Really appreciate it.
No, it's awesome, dude. So, okay, that's stocks, dude. I mean, like I said, you want any more further information, you're gonna follow this guy, and that's his stock. That's his stock page. Now, what I want to jump into now
I hope you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking.
is DJing.
Let's go! Give me the club life, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we like to have a good time here. You know, that's why we got the golden roads here. You know, we gotta let loose a little bit. You know, everyone's got to let loose when they're working from their job. You know, you're doing your career. You're being an entrepreneur. So DJing, bro. What got you into DJing? Because that is a very beneficial, profitable craft to have under your belt.
Yeah, so like, okay, so I used to go to, during middle school, I went to UP, which is University Prep
Gotcha.
here in like Victorville.
Got you.
And then I was in ASB with my friend Oscar, right?
Okay.
So then our job was to roll out the speakers and connect them, and then they would usually put like, back then the MP3 player was like, if you had an MP3 player, bro,
But you were hot. You were the shit, bro. You were the
Right?
shit. Dude.
You were that dude.
We grew up in the era where everything exciting happened, like in our era. So,
So-
MP3 player in an iPod Nano. If you have an iPod Nano at home, shouts out to you, yo. So keep going, bro.
So our job was to connect it, and then we were in 8th grade, right? So it was like a school from 7th grade all the way to 12th. So the seniors, their job was to play the music. So one time the seniors couldn't make it, right?
Wow.
So then Oscar and
Fucking
I,
seniors.
Oscar and I, we were able to play our own music.
Oh, really?
So then that's when I'm a jerk.
Can you give me I was gonna say, can you give me a song from that era? You know,
I'm a jerk was on it.
Hey.
The boys.
You gotta meet my boy Ryan. He used to jerk like for fun, dude. Like this guy, he literally like he's gonna be on the show one day, and we're gonna get him on here. He's
that'll be a
probably-
David Blackout.
Yeah, we might, and he's gonna be jerking. So you're playing that song, and then what?
So we didn't even think about if it cussed or not, right? We
Okay.
just like, oh, this song's cool. It's hot right now, so we're gonna play it. So we started playing it, and people started jerking. So it was like,
snap.
oh, it was like a pretty good feeling, seeing like, if I could play this song, I control the crowd. Right? So then we're like, oh, okay, what if we play like another trending song, like another hot song? So then we just started playing another one. And then after that, we decided to buy our own speakers. And then
This is in 8th grade.
yeah, eighth, ninth grade.
Just built entrepreneur. Just an entrepreneur from art.
Constructed by it. Chiseled with entrepreneurship.
Just that's incredible. So okay.
So then after that, we bought our own speakers, and then that's when we didn't even know what house parties were. But then someone was like,
okay.
someone was like, I'm gonna throw a house party. How much do you guys charge?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we were like $100.
There you go.
So we're like, they said yes to $100. So in 8th grade, $100 was like that's 5 diamond shirts, bro.
Yeah.
5 Obey
Facts.
shirts.
Facts, bro.
So we're like, all right, we
go
can
wait
buy
in line
you,
at
bro.
Zoomies for those shirts, bro.
Exactly. So then we ended up doing it, but then when we ended up doing that first party, we said yes right away, but we didn't have music. So then we had to do our homework and like download all.
Bro,
like,
you
the
figure it
trends.
out later, bro. Grant Cardone, a big believer of that. You get the job first, you figure it out later.
Sign the contract, figure it out later, bro.
Exactly.
Let's go.
So then after that, we did our first house party, and then after that, we did our second one, and then we're just building our library after, like, next. What songs did people request?
Mm-hmm.
And then we added them to the library. What songs did people request on the next party? And then we added them to what songs did people not dance to? So then we deleted
that's
them. Like,
important.
Do not play.
It's an analytic game, bro.
Definitely is.
It's a numbers game.
Wait, the camera stopped real quick. Keep going. So
All right.
after those parties, what happened?
So after those parties, we ended up moving from UP to Victor, right? So UP was like this preparatory school. You had to wear uniforms. So the house parties were like not popping, right?
Yeah.
But then we moved on to like this high school, which was like this pretty much ghetto school. So then you had house parties.
It was
So-
like the real
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah, the real thing. So then
what do you say? What do
after
you call
that-
that? What do they call that? Ratchets.
Yeah, ratchet. So after that, that's when we got introduced to ratchet music, Little John, and all this other type of music. So then we had to build a new library. So then after that, that's when we started getting booked more. And then out of nowhere, my friend Oscar, he was in ASB at Victor. He started doing the rallies, the pep rallies. So then he would do some, and then I eventually started doing some too.
So y'all went corporate then.
Yeah, and it was pretty
You guys
cool.
infiltrated the education system, is what you're saying.
Yes. So then we started doing the pep rallies, and then people enjoyed it because we would play like the trending hype music.
Absolutely.
So then after that, people would hire us for their either quinceañeras
Mhm.
or
For the Latinas out there.
or for their regular house parties. Yeah.
So hey, dude, that was definitely like a great story, and like, so overall, when you're doing this, right? Again, this comes with your return on
I
investment.
got a
So
degenerate question first.
what are you gonna ask that first?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Before we get into
Okay, yeah, go
All
ahead.
right, bro. I got a degenerate question for you. You know, me and this guy, we like to have a good time, like you said earlier. We've been in a lot of club scenes. I mean, you've seen us there on your nights. What is the craziest thing you've seen while you're DJing? It could be any aspect of at the club, but what's the craziest shit you've come across?
So the craziest thing I came across was, so there was this like couple that were married, right? And you could clearly see them arguing on like the dance floor, right?
Mhm.
They're like causing a scene,
Well, you got the eagle eye up there,
right? So
Spot.
then, so then the girl comes, right, and she's like, "Hey, I just broke up with my boyfriend. Can you announce that I'm divorced?"
No
Oh.
way, bro.
Yo,
Right? So
yo.
the boyfriend's standing right. They were an older couple too. They're probably like in their 40s.
Wow,
Right,
this is what I gotta look
Mexican,
forward
yeah.
to.
What's the best way to get over somebody?
Stay busy.
Nah, get under somebody.
So she comes up, she says, "I want to announce I'm divorced," and how does
Yeah.
that go?
So then I'm like, what? Like people don't really request that, so I wanted to make sure, right?
Yeah.
So then her like husband, well, because she said divorce, he's like literally right there. They're arguing next to me, bro.
Wow.
So then I'm like I'm gonna give him a couple seconds, right? So then he walks away. She's like, "Can you announce it, please? I'll give you $20." So I'm like,
You're taking that $20.
You're
$20
talking about a
taking
money
that
guy. You're talking to a
$20
money
I'm
man.
gonna
You're taking
announce
that
it,
day,
right?
bro.
So then I announce it, and as soon as I announce it, you see like all the guys' heads just pop up and start looking
So
around.
where's she at, and what does she look like?
So then after that was probably the craziest thing, and then the couple continued fighting, bro.
Oh
Like, just
man,
arguing.
that's
But it was
savage.
pretty funny,
It's a
though.
savage
It
statement to
was.
make.
it's definitely that's an experience.
Gut wrenching for the dude. Not
Yes,
gonna lie.
absolutely. That's definitely what do they call that?
I wonder
like
how
a
he
celebrity
felt,
stunt,
bro.
bro. I would have probably walked out and cried, you know, to be honest.
Honestly.
So back to my question. We're big investor guys here. We're big people that believe in business, entrepreneurship. So when you were doing all these events, bro, high school, you know, probably going into college, you know, you were what? You know, you're obviously like growing, you know, understanding the business, understanding the analytics of it all, of, you know, what song choices to make, you know, with your profits from that, you know, I'm sure as a young kid, like they were immenseful. And, you know, do you use that to reinvest?
So pretty much now, yeah.
But back then, did you, bro? You got it all now. You got like the lights, you got the deck, like you got it all. The speakers.
Back then, I would save it up, and then I was trying to get better equipment.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, it's like I believe it's quality. People want quality.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they want the nice speakers that sound good, a good microphone, some good lights.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about quality up lights. Or eventually, I started getting to like weddings.
Yeah.
And even if it's like a wedding at
Pre-Rona,
a house,
you were booking like, bro, like 4 or 5 weddings a month, bro. Like,
yeah, underground weddings.
yeah, bro. You're still doing to this day. Hey, shouts out to Roni.
The big C.
So yeah, dude. Like, I think it's a great thing. Like I said, when you understand business like that, you know, I'm a big entrepreneur guy, bro. Like I'll have 50 businesses and like 40 of them will fail. But like the thing is, like you figure one out, you know, and you just learn to do that, dude.
That's what I've learned.
And you know, it's like people. I can't stress enough. Like people need to just try things, bro. Because I mean, obviously, like, dude, you guys just tried it. You guys were just having fun, and like I'm sure it was like an adrenaline rush when you guys were like. I mean, you still do it to this day. I don't know how. Like, I get nervous when I grab the microphone next to you. You guys get crowds going, bro. Like, I mean, Thursday nights at the old Tilt to Kill, now Cosmos. And you're going to be there this weekend, right?
Yeah, we actually just got, like, a stage and,
Oh.
like, a bunch of, like, strobe lights, moving heads. So make sure you guys come out this Thursday. It's going to be
Thursday
good.
night, guys. Thursday night.
Thursday night, hit us up. Shots on me. Let's get it.
Hey,
We have
you heard
CO2
them.
guns. It's going to be
The
good.
Air to Seal. Oh,
Party Canyon,
bro.
like the sticks.
You guys are doing some big things in the nightlife, hospitality business, you know,
Yeah.
especially, like I said, this is a guy that came from, like, doing it from middle school to now. And, you know, it took time. It took levels, you know, and now you're able to control your element and control your environment, you know. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So, like, DJing, is it something you want to continue? Or, like, do you enjoy it? I mean, obviously, I wouldn't say, like, because, bro, it is a side hustle unless you want to take it to a different sector of business. But, like, where do you see yourself in the future with DJing?
So pretty much after I graduate nursing school, I want to give up, like, the bar scene.
Gotcha.
It was fun, right? But I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. You know?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
There's, like, a lot of risks to it, like getting a DUI or, like, a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
So I want to get into, like, weddings. Weddings is where the money's at.
absolutely.
People will pay over $1,000 just for you to do their wedding.
Versus that $150, $250 a night.
Yeah,
gig.
exactly. And then there's a lot of risk to it.
Mhm.
So I also started a photo booth recently.
Okay.
So I plan on to add that to the package. And then I want to start eventually a bartender business with, like, the whole just wedding. I just want to focus on weddings.
So essentially, like, that's gonna be just a business plan of yours, like a separate business entity, like of like a DJ entertainment kind of like thing.
Yeah,
gig
just
on?
Saturdays.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like, I mean, you know, we are getting older. You know, you're not gonna want to give your Saturdays up, bro. You know, so it's like this is gonna be like, I mean, maybe hire people or, you know, or just you really want to do it like for yourself.
So I want to do it. So usually, like, right now, because I'm in school, right,
Yeah.
I'll take a wedding even if it's, like, for $600.
Yeah.
But now that as I'm getting older, I'm gonna at least my minimum's gonna be like $1,100.
Gotta
So
know your
if I
worth.
get a wedding once a month, $1,100, that will pay like my car and my car insurance. And
Yeah.
cars.
Yeah.
a couple like
definitely.
stock money too.
Yeah,
So,
you gotta pitch back to the stocks.
so I know it's not gonna be as much money as doing like 4 weddings for $700,
Yeah.
but I eventually want to like have time for like my family and stuff. you know?
Absolutely, that's important, dude, and you got to realize that, you know, you got to hold your loved ones close. You got to appreciate your family, and like I said, like weekend gigs, like, but I feel like weekends, like that's where, you know, I like to say millionaires are made on the weekend, but that's just my phrase. But, also just for entrepreneurs, they're made on the weekends. So, yeah, you definitely got to value that time. And it looks like you got a good plan going, for that business realm. So, leads into my next question. So, with school and everything going on, stocks, how long is the stock run going to go, you think? I mean, obviously, because you can invest in something like that long term and have someone else do it for you. Like, do you want to be in control?
No, I like being in control of my own money.
Yeah,
right.
That's a great thing.
So it's like if I put in, X amount of money, I want to pull it out whenever I want because I know like my return because depending on the strategy, I like. So I pretty much developed a strategy and it's been working.
Mm-hmm.
So if my average return, there's this app called TradeBase, and it gives you your average return. So my average return is about, let's say, $200, right?
Gotcha.
So I divide it by 4. So then that means that so it's $50, right? So if I put in, say, X amount of money into a stock and it goes negative 50, that's my cutout.
Gotcha.
So I'll take a $50 loss because I know that I usually average $200. So I could fail 4 times in order to make up for that.
Wow.
So and then on that app TradeBase, it gives you your stats. So my winning rate is about 82%. So I know that even if I fail, I won't fail 4 times because I usually win 82% of my trade.
Gotcha.
Big numbers guy here, bro. And honestly, everything you said, PG channel. So just say my pants are wet.
Hey, bro, it's definitely it's like this guy speaking over, dude. Like different realms are just incredible to hear. It's like you're speaking a different language, but someone online or someone that's watching this or hearing this, like it's gonna make sense to them, So and that's why I brought you on today. Like I said, I appreciate, bro, like what you're doing. You're doing great things. I hope to bring you back on here and I don't know, bro. Pretty soon, we might bring you on next month. Another 6 months. Who knows? But I'd love to bring you on and hear where you're at then, because I know it's definitely going to be somewhere great. And like I said, I appreciate you for taking your time. I know you probably got to wake up early, hit the stock market hard tomorrow. Definitely 6 a.m. Some things going on with the election and everything like that. Got the stock market going crazy. I know you're. Who do you represent?
Trump 2020.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we'll definitely have to touch on those topics. Definitely next time around. Joe, you got any other questions, bro?
No, I wouldn't say questions. I just want to say again, man, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you coming out, showing what you got. And just like I said, you guys want to get some good stock information, follow this guy on YouTube, follow this guy on Instagram. Give him support. This guy's a good dude, good heart. Check him out, and maybe listen to what he says. It'll make you some bread, too.
Definitely, guys.
I want to thank you guys for having me on your channel. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Joe. This is an honor. I really appreciate it.
Definitely, bro. We're definitely trying to do some big things. I know we'll all get together and we're all going to collaborate on ideas. And like I said, guys, this is another great episode of 555 Podcast. Guys, stay tuned. You definitely want to check in on this episode and the next ones. More to come. Love you guys for the support. Joe, finish us off.
Again, guys, and if you guys want to have anything to say, you guys want to speak to us, just hit us up. You guys follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube, and just let us know if you want to talk. If you got some things that are on your mind, you want to speak, maybe you got a little business, small business. We're just willing to hear everybody out, want to know what everybody has to say, and just let us know.
You got it, guys. All right, see you next episode. Thank you.
555, 555, hooligans, they on the way. 555, 555, had to influence the